Mind control, time travel, and teleportation were all first tested in America through that one experiment. Yes, I'm taking you to America's top secret Montauk project, which even inspired the web series Stranger Things. Welcome back to Stories Behind the Stories. Preston B. Nichols, who has regained many of his completely forgotten memories, is telling the world something shocking. He revealed that he was part of highly classified military projects and that he had worked on the Montauk project. That's how the Montauk project caught people's attention. In connection with this Montauk project, Nichols said that time travel, teleportation, and telepathy were all constantly being tested as part of it. Not only that, but he also said he was part of the Philadelphia experiment, which was similar to this one. Back in 1943, they conducted the Philadelphia experiment on the American warship named USS Eldridge to create special magnetic fields that would make it invisible to radar. But many things happened that day that were the opposite of what was expected. Unexpectedly, the massive ship called the USS Eldridge disappeared. For a few moments, the place where it stood became completely empty. But after a while, the ship reappeared in the same spot. In the meantime, many people claim that this ship was seen in many other places while it was missing. Moreover, when the ship returned, the crew had suffered many serious problems. Some people were mentally disturbed, some were clinging to the walls of the ship, and others had severe burns on their bodies. In any case, after that incident, people said teleportation had occurred through the Philadelphia experiment. A few days after Nichols explained the top-secret experiments that had taken place in Montauk, America, of which he was also a part, another person named Al Bielek entered the scene. Like Nichols, he made a big revelation based on remembering things from the past. He said he was there when the Philadelphia experiment was taking place and that he saw this ship when it disappeared. At the same time, he made shocking claims that he was part of the Montauk project and that he was able to time travel to many different times as part of it. His claim that he went to the 20th century and other places as part of this project was especially shocking. In fact, when people heard what these two said, doubts arose, and society at the time debated whether what they were saying was true or a blatant lie. At that time, in 1975, people were largely aware of the very cruel project conducted by the CIA called MK Ultra, which was widely known. In fact, during World War II and the subsequent Cold War, many countries in the world conducted a large number of experiments on ordinary poor people. In this way, MK Ultra was an experiment that the American agency CIA conducted secretly on humans from 1953 to 1970. Through it, large-scale studies were mainly conducted on matters related to controlling the human mind. For this, researchers used Canadians and Americans alike. These experiments were conducted by forcibly giving psychoactive drugs like LSD to these people. Moreover, the officials and researchers conducted experiments by giving electric shocks and other types of physical torture. In the end, in 1973, all activities related to this were completely stopped, and all documents related to it were completely destroyed. Later, in 1975, the outside world learned about such atrocities carried out by the CIA. Since many such experiments were carried out at that time, we cannot completely dismiss the Montauk project. A few days after these kinds of incidents and claims occurred, another person named Duncan Cameron came forward. What this person had to say was not just that he was part of the Montauk project, as the two people had said before, but that he had been used as part of this Montauk project for various types of experiments. At the age of 12, Duncan Cameron was first taken by officials as part of the MK Ultra project. Later, from there, he was transferred to the Montauk project. He said he had gone through many different stages of testing after that. Not only that, but some of the other things he described were that there were different types of chairs at the Montauk project site, and various experiments such as mind control and time travel were conducted while sitting in such chairs. He added that he was able to travel his subconscious mind to the future by sitting in the Montauk chair, blocking space and time. Another experiment Duncan Cameron described in connection with the Montauk Project was Project CI. This was a strange experiment to connect with anyone in any corner of the world. In addition, many technologies were created at that time that allowed Cameron to see what someone was thinking right in front of him. Later, researchers gradually discovered many things to the point where what he was thinking physically appeared, which is said to have led to the downfall of the Montauk Project. Once, Duncan Cameron's conscious mind created the physical form of a very ugly monster, which caused big problems. That creature created problems there and tried to eat many people. Therefore, the researchers were forced to shut down the Montauk chair where Duncan Cameron was sitting, and all kinds of systems related to it. After this, Duncan Cameron said the Montauk Project was stopped, and the memories of everyone involved were forcibly erased. In addition, Duncan Cameron revealed that other children were there for experiments like him, and they were known as the Montauk Boys. Today, the Montauk Project is known as one of the greatest mysteries in the world. The Montauk Project has given rise to many web series, movies, and even novels, including Stranger Things, which is currently streaming on Netflix. Hope you liked the video. If you please, like, share, and subscribe to my channel.